Hey, today we are going to be talking about solving by graphing. Okay, so to start out, go ahead and do the equation of the day in your notebooks. Negative 20x minus 15 equals 85. Pause here. Once you're ready to go, click play. Okie dokie. So the first thing we need to do is add 15 to both sides. And I am typing on a computer, so excuse my handwriting, please. So now I got negative 20x equals 100. Okay, after that, we divide both sides by negative 20. Divide by negative 20. Then you get x equals negative 5. Booyah. Okay. So, last unit was all about functions. We evaluated functions, we graphed functions. This unit, we are focusing on the quadratic function. So that's the u shape that has the x squared in it. Specifically how we're going to solve those quadratic equations. Okay, so there are going to be lots of methods that we use to solve quadratic equations. Today it's going to be by looking at graphs. So a solution of a quadratic equation, so when we solve it, it's when the equation is set equal to 0. So when we're looking at a graph, the solutions are just where it crosses the x-axis, or what the x-intercepts are. Okay, so for each quadratic, you'll either have 0 solutions, 1 solution, or 2 solutions. Okay, I'm going to move my face up here. Okay, so I look at the x-axis, which is right here. Since my u shape, or the quadratic, never crosses the blue line, it says it's 0 solutions. So here, once again, here's my quadratic. That was terrible. We're just going to not do that. Okay, here's my x-axis. That's easier to draw. Since the red graph never crosses the blue line, it has 0 solutions. Here, the u touches it once right here. So it has 1 solution. Here it touches once, 1 solution. Okay, and then finally, and these are the most common, is for it to have 2 solutions. Okay, so we've got one here, and it crosses here. So there's 2. This one also has 2. So it doesn't matter if the u is pointing up or pointing down. All we care about is how many times it crosses that x-axis. Okay, so let's practice. Go ahead and pause this video here while you pass out the practice sheets, and then press play when everyone's got it. Okay, so for this first one, and I want you to write it along on your sheet as well, how many solutions? So here, it crosses here, and it crosses here, so it's got 2 solutions. Okay, this one, does it ever cross the x-axis? Nope, so this one has 0. Okay, this one, it crosses here, it crosses here, so it's got 2. And then this one just touches down right there, so it's got 1. Okay. For this next part, you don't have to write anything down for these 3. Just watch up here, and then on the next page, you'll follow along. So now that we know how to figure out how many solutions there are, we need to figure out what the solutions actually are. So just looking at this one, I already know that there's 2 solutions. I've got one here, and I've got one here. But I need to write down what x equals for those solutions. So here I have x equals, the number between -2 and -4 is -3. So that's my first answer, but it has 2 solutions, so I need another one. X equals, and here between 0 and 2 is 1, so x equals 1. So these right here are my final answer. Okay, x equals -3, x equals 1. You need both parts. Okay, for this one, I know since it just touches once, it's only going to have 1 solution. X equals, and the number it touches at is this 2 right here. So my solution is x equals 2. Okay, this one, it crosses twice here and here. They're super close together. So x equals 4. That's my first one. And this one between the 4 and the 6 is a 5, so I know that x equals 5. Okay, so those are my 2 solutions. Okay, now let's do a bunch of these together. Okay, so these graphs should match the one on your page. So the first thing I want you to do is put little dots where it crosses. Okay, then we're going to write x equals, the first number is 2, the second number is 6. So x equals 2, x equals 6. Make sure you have both of those. Okay, for this next one, how many times does it cross? Just once, and it's between 0 and -2, so that means x equals -1. Okay, here, crosses twice. The first time is at 3, the second time is at 7. Okay, this last one, it never crosses, so we're going to put NS for no solution. Okay, do not put x equals 0, because if x equals 0, you're telling me that the graph is all the way down here, and it's very obviously not. Okay, so do not put x equals 0, that is wrong. It would be NS for no solution. Okay, so the lesson was pretty short today, so today's assignment is find the solutions to the graph. There will either be 0, 1, or 2 solutions. You're going to write x equals and whatever numbers it crosses at. The answer key will be on the board for you to check your answers and then get that turned in, and then you're good to go. So I will see you guys hopefully next week. Be good and get lots of good stuff done.